have a fresh statement, Srinjoy, that is coming in from the Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu himself, where he says that if Iran continues to prove why they are an enemy to the civilization and to the free world, while now posing a direct threat to even European countries, Israel and the US will continue to act with greater force against Ayatollah terror regime. This is what he said. Well, will the countries heed to this, Srinjoy, the statement that has come in from Prime Minister Netanyahu, because he's calling on the other countries as well? Well, this is, be aware, if Iran is coming after us, next it will come after you. Because the scope of the missiles that it has been hitting and targeting seems to have been extended.
Yes, it's always very clear that if you have missile capability, then you can actually do things with missiles. In a sense that if a missile has a range of, let's say, 2,500 kilometers, then what you can do is make the warhead a little smaller and add fuel, more fuel in the missile. So if you do that, the missile becomes lighter, say 1 ton becomes half a ton. And then with that additional half a ton availability, you put in fuel. Now, if you put in fuel into that missile, then that missile goes much further. Let's say an additional half a ton of fuel will make the missile go much further. So 2,500 kilometers may become 3,000 kilometers. If that happens, then another target or two can be arrived at. So these are things, once you have missiles, once you have technicians and scientists, people can do that with missiles. It's not difficult at all. But what Iran will do now with its missiles remains to be seen. You saw that one hit Dimona. Now, that was very unfortunate because 100 civilians were hurt. Now, the next missile could be targeted at some port or a bridge or a refinery. We don't know which way this war is going.
But will the European countries heed to the call, of President Trump? Because this is what Netanyahu seems to be believing, that if the missile can almost reach Diego Garcia 4,000 kilometers away, and if turned in the opposite direction, well, there may be several, targets, especially when it comes to all of Europe.
Well, as far as Iran is concerned, so far, Iran has not done anything about it. Iran's main issues are Gulf countries, Israel, and America. Now, they are nowhere near an ICBM, contrary to whatever has been said so far. The ICBM, there are no ICBMs. An ICBM has a range of 12,000 kilometers, 10,000 at the least. And to get to an ICBM stage takes a lot more effort. We don't see that as yet. But with a IRBM, intermediate range ballistic missile, then the Iranians can strike targets in Europe, Eastern Europe particularly. But why would they do it? What do they get from targeting Europe when they can target Israel? What do they get from targeting Europe when they can target Gulf states?
Yes, but already as far as this warning that is issued to even UK, because this is a joint base at Diego Garcia, which is used by both UK and US, while Iran has been giving out this warning when it comes to the UK resources as well. Let's in the meantime also talk about the ground reports that we have been sharing with our viewers, because the Israeli military says that 2 missiles that hit southern Israel, injuring more than 150 people, were the result of 2 separate unrelated failures in Israel's air defense system. Now, the brigadier there has, of the Israeli military spokesperson, saying that these are 2 separate incidents that have happened at different times, and in both interceptors were fired, but unfortunately they were not able to intercept the missiles that were fired. It was the first time that Iranian missiles had actually penetrated Israel's air defense system in the area and Israel's nuclear site. They've hit dimona, that was situated around 20 kilometers west of the Nuclear Research Center, and Arad, which is around 35 kilometers north. Now, rescue workers have been saying that if it was a direct hit in Arad, then it has caused widespread damage, at least up to 10 apartment buildings. And there has been a danger of those buildings collapsing. Let's, in the meantime, get you this ground report.
We are at Raj.